Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of Planet Coaster, and today again with Fortress Camelot. Just to clarify before we go into this video today, which is a bit different than usually, but just a tiny bit. One thing I want to address is because there's been a bit of confusion lately, because I said that I'm going to kill all the other series, which I'm essentially going to do, but hey, I mean, they're not finished, and they won't ever be completely finished, but I at least want to polish them before I'm going to release them. And this is what's going to happen now, one by one. I'm starting with Camel Kingdom, but I figured that this may take a bit longer, so I'm going to finish Fortress Camelot first. So we have the medieval area, and I'm potentially going to release that on its own. I don't even know how much work this will be to delete everything else, but I'm trying to do this maybe just to get in a lot of performance so that you guys can explore the whole thing without, you know, without being in a position, or without the need of having kind of a supercomputer to make this happen. So that's the first idea. And the second thing I want to in general address is that I said that I will come up with other Planet Coaster stuff all of a sudden, and in the meantime of Isla Party, which is the main project, but I'm still going to do some other stuff. I will definitely go back to some coasters, so just doing some general coasters, nothing else, just the coaster. And I'm also going to do some more single projects, which is also why I'm going to start modeling soon. I'm going to start a concept video series of what I'm going to model, and this is just to giving you guys a little bit of a glimpse of what I'm planning, and you can maybe also come up with feedback if the models are kind of requested or not, because I'm obviously going to do some models for my own stuff, basically, hoping that there will be people out there who are capable of doing great 3D stuff, who want to still help me get a bit of exposure in the videos by modeling. So basically just kind of, you know, installing a more or less workflow, how it is usual in City Skylines. So hopefully a few people out there, maybe talking to you, exactly you know, the one sitting in front of the computer now, listening to the weird camel playing Planet Coaster. Maybe you are great at doing 3D objects. If so, make sure to drop the info down below in the comment section, because then I can get in touch with you and maybe we can do stuff together. There's already someone on my Discord who is doing a Trello where you can add some ideas, and so that, you know, I think it's a good way if now the UGC editor comes in a few weeks time, a month's time, two months time, I have no idea when, but it will come in this year. So it may be good that not everybody is starting to do the same, right? I mean, it would be good to have a lot of different things available at hand at the beginning. So if I'm going to do, and this is basically what I'm going to do as first thing, making some tiny objects, such stuff like plates and some dishes and cups, and, you know, all these kind of little furniture stuff you will need as interior stuff. I'm definitely going to do that, and later on I'm definitely going to do some more of kind of bigger, larger structures, something like restaurant facades, because we are getting restaurants as well. So these kind of things, but it would be really cool if we can organize, and it would be also even better if there are, let's say, 5 to 10 3D modelers in this community later on who can do stuff upon request. That would be amazing. So, you know, the progress would be better, you get the exposure you deserve, and therefore, that will be a huge part of the upcoming videos in the next couple of weeks to get this all in place. But yeah, just jumping back to the Planet Coaster videos, I said there will be still stuff going on, and this is basically polishing the old projects. I'm starting this and with the best idea in mind, and this is by just delivering a finished product to you guys, even though it's not finished in terms of the whole project, but at least it's polished. So that will also include a parking lot system for Camel Kingdom, as well as a kind of background stuff management system as well, and Clean Canyon will be finished. Also, our coaster after the competition finalization, so to say, will be polished and released. So all the old projects will go into the Steam Workshop, and then hopefully just live on happily ever after in this. And yeah, maybe one last information, because then we are going into a real-time section of this park, which you can see in the background, and I'm going to talk about this and stop talking about overall stuff, but I started a German channel. I mean, for most of you this will come out of nowhere, and I'm going to explain in the first episode on the German channel why and what's going to happen with that. But maybe as the most important information, this will by no means distract this channel. This channel will remain the main channel. The German channel is just a add-on, and I'm going to explain why in another video. But for those of you, because today will be the first episode on my German channel, so maybe if you want to check that out for the German people watching this video, just go down below in the description. There is the link to the German channel, and make sure to check this video out there as well. But yeah, we see each other at the end of the cut, and yeah, going to talk about the real-time section. Bye bye. And here we are now in the live part of this video. As promised, we are looking now into how the park does look now in yeah, kind of filled action and running, so to say. As I said, it is not entirely finished. A few things have to be still done, but I thought, okay, it's a good moment to show you the actual result, how it is at the moment. And I took the time to finally make people come into the park, which is, yeah, what should I say? Like, the performance is not good at all. So what I'm thinking, as I said already in the time-lapse part, I'm really thinking of giving this a single upload, so actually deleting everything else around it, so that we actually do not have this whole stuff around, so that we only have this area, and hopefully this will give you the chance to enjoy this area in its full beauty and also in a kind of decent performance. We have enough rides in this area to make sure that everybody is coming to the park and there are enough people in. We have enough kind of stuff buildings, we have food, we have drinks, so everything else about this area would actually be working just fine. So this area would actually work as an own standing park, so no doubt about that. But yeah, let's have a look what I have been doing recently. So you've seen in the time lapse already that I just put some stuff here and there. We have some more lanterns going on. We have all the effects now working, having some smoke coming out of the various chimneys. We just finished off this area in the back here, and I think just from the live stream what we did and changing a tiny bit of the layout, making this thing work over here, and also making this kind of nature styled area around here really adds to this area. I'm really digging now this whole station design with this kind of blocking view of the little forest in the background. So that makes actually sense. If that only would be now working here, that would be super awesome. But yeah, the only thing I could do is like fake it a tiny bit that these people are going onto it. But yeah, obviously they're going then back into this station area over here and join the ship down here. That's basically how it's functioning. In general, they are just going over here. Yeah, also nice to see that it's kind of possible to dress up the station building like that, so it really gives the whole thing a more intrigued design, I guess, because it's actually not looking like the block, kind of the block shape of the station. So I'm really happy how this turned out, also placing the boat in here and covering up these iron fencings. I would love to be able to kind of replace them. That would be actually super cool. But yeah, so this is how this area looks over here. We have the waterfall thing going down into this area. Wow, it's lagging like hell. Then we have this area which nobody uses because there's no reason for the people to go here, even though there is an ATM here, even though there are several shops in here, but there's simply no reason for the people to go here. I assume that the more people you have in the park and the longer you play it, it would actually work out and people would finally go up here. But I was already figuring at the beginning that this could be very well only be a cosmetic castle that isn't used at all, which is a bit of a pity. Oh, actually, people are going over here now. Let's see if they're not turning around. I'm just curious to see if they're going and what they're doing over there, if they need to go to an ATM. Because I think for most people, the other ATM, which is located pretty much, I guess it's somewhere here, is way closer to go to, so that's actually the reason. Maybe they're going only to the toilet. Yes, they are. Oh, and this makes sense. There's no one working actually over here, so maybe that's also a reason why nobody is going over here. Anyhow, so that's not too bad at all. Oh, we have a coaster passing through. I just love it. I mean, let me just pause the game to show you a bit of the view, because I'm just so super happy how that turned out. It's actually exactly how I wanted it to. If we just, I think it's coming along here, right? So if we just position ourselves in here, I guess that's nice. So we can have a look into how the coaster train passed through. I just love it. And then we have this overbank turn over here. We can also position ourselves again. Whoops, wow, this is so laggy actually. In this position, I guess that's nice. If we go here and follow the train, you can see it on the left top of the screen right now, performing this overbank turn, coming out of here, just moving into this tunnel over here. I just love it. And then we find the coaster coming into this helix over here. This might be a bit too tight, but I will leave it as it is. And then it's going into the brake run, which is next to the queue, and I actually like how this turned out, because this really gives those people waiting in here the last push of excitement, so that they actually really want to go in here. I'm also really happy how, yeah, it's auto-saving. I'm really happy also how the station in general worked out, because this is what I wanted to create. I wanted to create really this feeling of standing in a queue where you have from every position in the queue you can see, and your excitement is going to be increased. So you are basically starting. Oops, let me just go over here. You're basically starting over here, just going into this coaster where you can't really see much of it. If you're in this area over here, you can see the coaster on the left hand side going into this inversion over here, which gives you the first glimpse of it, which is really nice. I guess you can see from over here, you can really see it coming and then making its way into the inversion. If you move on, you're going into the station, and within the station you can really see the whole operations. At least I find it always very interesting to see people coming on and off the train, and just seeing, looking into their faces, how they enjoyed the ride, or maybe if they're even shocked. Then you go out here, you get this beautiful view of the wine farm over here, but you can all of a sudden see a coaster train really crashing into the brake run, and then you can also watch the faces of the people still enjoying the ride, but also being slowed down and slowly realizing that the ride is over. Then you move on, you go over here over this bridge into this little area over here, which is the only time you can't see anything, but as soon as you move to the left hand side you get this gorgeous view of the village in general, and then you can see, actually this is kind of like it, having a little bit of a bracket. At the first time the left bracket was seeing this from behind, and then you can see this from front, and you can really see how the coaster train is going into the inversion, and you can actually see the inversion from the first drop, the first time ever. You can see, maybe you can actually have also a glimpse of the train going up into the lift hill, but I'm not quite sure if you can. But yeah, that's the last thing you can see, and then you go into the station where you finally join the train. So this is also telling a little bit of a story, which I am pretty surprised that this worked out the way it worked out, because it wasn't planned at all at the beginning. But while building this whole thing, I thought, okay, let's try to tell a story, and then just changed a bit of the overall idea of the queue, and I relocated a few things to make sure that the views are not blocked and so on. Yeah, we have this little chapel over here, and I think it all just came together now. I also like how this little queue area turned out for the charoplane, or little carousel. It's a charoplane, it's just a carousel, I guess. But yeah, so it's basically how the medieval area turned out. A few things have to be still done, but it's not actually too much what needs to be done. But there's one more thing, and this is basically over. Let me just go to the beginning, or to the entrance of the park. What I'm going to do is I'm going to delete this forest over here. Oh, this is not forest, it's just a bit of nature to block the view. And I'm going to make a parking lot with a highway connection, which hopefully comes from over here somehow. Don't even know how to connect that correctly, but I'm trying to. And then we will do a delivery area within here, so that we have basically the parking lot over here, but we will get a blocking wall over here where we have the delivery road coming into this area, and then we make kind of the little backstage. It won't be too detailed, it's just to have it over here. I'm going to make a few block buildings to maintain this view. We will potentially increase the overall parking lot until this very area over here, and I'm actually thinking of making another entrance over here so that the second park entrance goes right into the medieval area, and maybe even making a third one which enters here, and making this area over here not, as I talked about recently, a fairy tale area. Since I'm going to stop this whole park, this could be another entrance area just with a little bit of a few fountains and stuff, so that the park overall is finished, and then we could just make the whole thing like a big parking lot to make it a bit more realistic. But yeah, let's see if that's even gonna happen, because at some point I just want to release this park, and I don't want to wait a few months. I just want to release that by the end of October, so I don't know how much I get done until then. But I think now you guys are informed, and in the next episode of Fortress Camelot, which will potentially be the last one, I'm going to do the last touches to this area, which is maybe a bit of fencing over here, maybe a bit of making sure that bins and benches are everywhere available. I'm going to make kind of an entrance sign over here and a bit of nature to block the backstage area. That's about it. So it's close to be released. It's close to at least this area. Overall, Camel Kingdom potentially needs to wait a bit, but yeah, I'm still digging the idea of deleting everything else around and just releasing this area over here. Maybe guys give me a hint in the comments if you like that idea to release Fortress Camelot as an own standing area before I'm going to release the whole Camel Kingdom thing, because I think it would be the best option for you guys to enjoy it with a good performance. But yeah, hey, let me know in the comments down below. And also, here's another information. Make sure to go over to my German channel. There is a new German channel of Rudi. If you want to check this out, I made a tour for today of Camel Kingdom in German. Check this out. The link is in the comments below. The video will be up in about a half an hour, I guess. This video, as always, the English ones are always exclusive. They will be always prioritized. This is why they are not released at the same time. They're at least after each other. So for my German friends, you can jump over there and just listen to me talking about this in German. I'm talking about different stuff though. I'm not going to repeat myself all the time, because that would actually make no sense at all. And the other information is, make sure to watch Isla Napali if you haven't from yesterday, because this, geez, guys, again, this exploded and I loved it, and I do have an idea which I'm potentially already releasing tomorrow alongside City Skylines, and I hope you guys tune in tomorrow for City Skylines as well, because I enjoyed the last episode quite a lot and I really want to see you guys over there. Make sure to just watch the video. Maybe even if you're not so much into City Skylines, at least you can, you know, just take part in the discussion, because we are discussing a lot of things about European architecture and European cities, so maybe you want to join over there as well. I'd highly recommend to, because I would love to see you there. That's the only reason. And on Monday we are continuing with some more stuff. I will also release another Parkosaurus episode next week, which will be showing off what I've been doing in the meantime, because I thought a let's play is not maybe enough, because it's, you know, it's a bit, it would take too long. And then there will be also Jurassic World Evolution something next week as well. I've been working on for quite a long time, I have to admit. And then there will be quite a lot of Planet Coaster videos, because I'm starting now to give you an info about the other project. And next week, oh, wow, this is kind of an organizational ending to the video. Next week there will be the reveal of the winners of my competition, but maybe at the end of next week, so quite a while actually. So that's about it. Hope you liked the video. Make sure to drop a comment down below if I should release Fortress Camelot as an own standing park, or if you want to wait until whole Camel Kingdom is done. And also give me your opinion of the area, how you like it, what's your favorite aspect of this one. Would you love to ride the coaster and camp? Do you want to have a POV of it? Would you want to have a POV of it? Maybe I'm going to hurry a bit and give you a POV earlier on. I don't know, but only if you guys tell me to do so in the comments down below. So see you in the next one, and have a great Saturday, guys. Bye bye.
We should be hiding out wherever we may find love that's flowing on.